The Morning Dish.
He's the hardest working man in show business. His band's music takes you into the midnight hours. And when you wake up, his voice is back on your radio alarm clock. How on earth did this happen?
Well, Jeff saw me taking out the trash at the radio station.
And he won another award.
But this one is better.
I'm your boogeyman. That's what I am.
It's The Morning Dish with the 2019 Radio Personality of the Year winner, Stephen Phillips.
You paying attention to this, Packy?
And Murphy's own Sherry Raines.
Yeah, you must have given horseback passes to the right guy, Stephen.
Well, giddy up.
And Packy Smith's Shetland pony is right alongside.
You guys know these demo tapes don't just edit themselves together, right?
Well, all right.
3 cheers for Stephen Phillips.
Y'all need to help Stephen Phillips out over there. Out the door and off the radio.
Here's Stephen Phillips.
All right, he's massive little Ralph Butler. We're coming in with a 51 degrees on the high today. 28 low tonight. Golly, I'm so sick of cold weather. We don't have Sherry Raines in us this morning. We have got Candace Lee,
I like cold weather.
named after General Lee.
You're one of those, man.
I'm sitting in Harry's seat.
Have you got her turned on? I can't hear nothing.
Yeah, I got to get your headphones. We're good, though.
Okay, we're good. As long as she's doing good. Yeah, named after General Lee. That's so cool.
What's that?
Are you named after General Lee?
I was.
Was you really? That's awesome.
Lee was the old married name. I didn't claim Lee.
Oh, what was you to begin when you started out?
I was a Greer.
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 Greer's all right. I like Lee better.
It's easier to remember.
Yeah, no doubt. But anyway, folks,
That's my professional name.
Lee. Yeah.
Candace.
You're probably going to court martial you and kick you off because of all this critical race theory stuff. No
Poor
more Lees.
Harry.
No more Lees. Levi's are gone. They just keep.
Levi's. Level or blind.
Oh, it's over with. It's over with. Would you quit cleaning?
You spilled your coffee all over the table.
My mama complained because I was drinking coffee out of that big old cup, so I got me a smaller cup where I look.
It needs to have something around the front of it like Benny's sanitation.
I need a bib's what I need. I need a bib.
One of those Red Lobster bibs.
Hey, we have got John Schneider coming on today, and he should be here about 8:15. And he's got, man, this guy, I mean, honestly, he works all the time. He had a movie called Stand On It. Now he's got another one out called Poker Run. I watched it last night. It's pretty cool.
I watched him in a Hallmark movie this week.
He's all over
That
the place.
means a lot.
My wife watched him in
Hallmark, yeah.
My wife watched him. He's got a brand new movie out on the Hallmark. I think it's Hallmark with Reba McEntire.
Reba.
That. But gosh, I don't know. What did you know?
He's a working man.
I could have done that if I was tall and good looking. I could have done it. I could have done it. I'm telling you.
What'd you do, Candace? You spent the weekend Hallmark movie,
Hallmarking.
Lifetime?
Yeah.
We did too. We
Did
decorated
you
for Christmas.
really?
We put the tree up, and we did the whole Santa Claus theory, the Tim Allen ones. Those are
Oh,
those are pretty good.
Those
I like
are
those.
good. Have you watched the Chronicle one? Santa
yeah.
Chronicles? Santa Claus
I haven't seen that
Chronicles?
one, no.
Those are good.
Bah humbug. I like the Grinch. That's all I watched.
That's
the
all
Grinch.
you watched.
Anyway, we're going to throw some birthdays out there. If y'all hear your name on the birthday list, give us a call, 706-379-9770. We got the world-famous Brasstown Valley Resort, and I'm telling you, it's a cool place to hang out. You can play golf, ride horses, either one. The colder and the wetter, the better for the horses. They enjoy it better because it keeps them cool. Yep. Melissa Garrett Stamps, happy birthday to you. Went to school with you. Shelby Gilliam, happy birthday. Butch Dockery's got a birthday today. Susie Shaw, Patricia Reese, Jerry Dickey, Deborah Oimby, Dwayne Beck's got a birthday today. Carol Levain's got a birthday today. Mabel Hughes, happy birthday. Haley Birch, you know Haley Birch.
Haley, happy birthday, Haley.
Yeah, Rhonda Gardner, Josh Drake, some of my kinfolk over there, and Big John Birch's birthdays today. That's what I got on my locals. What do you got? Anything good?
I got my father's birthday today.
Oh, is it really?
I mean, no, it was Saturday. That's close enough, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
I mean, it's close.
Yeah.
He was 90 years old.
Was he really?
He's 90 years old, yeah.
That's a good sign that
Still
you will live
kicking.
long.
Yeah. Well, if
Yeah.
I don't work here much longer, I'd
Maybe it'd
probably
help.
extend my life a little bit.
Howie Mandel on the famous side of thing. I love Howie Mandel. He's a nut.
He's good.
Yeah.
I like Howie Mandel.
Yeah. I don't know any more of the riffraff around here. Do you?
No, I don't know any of those pictures at all.
Yeah, and I'm like,
We got what's his name from The Office? Brian Baumgartner. Did you watch The Office? Did you like that?
No,
I really didn't
never
either. I've seen a few
got
of them.
into that
Yeah, I didn't watch.
at all.
C.S. Lewis.
The author.
The author. Yep, he did
author.
Narnia.
Narnia?
Well, yeah, The Lion, the Witch, and the Wardrobe, and all those.
Oh, yeah,
Then
my
Packy
favorite.
You're a
knows
big
all of that
fantasy fan.
stuff.
Yeah, I'm all about all that. What is it called? Y'all watch all time? Star Trek? Ooh, all
That's
about
not even the
It's
same
Star
thing.
Wars. He doesn't know the difference. What a nerd.
Oh, Lord. Electronic Greeting Day and Cyber Monday. I hadn't heard
Oh,
anybody
yeah, it's Cyber Monday.
I hadn't heard nobody getting killed yet from Black Friday.
No, I don't think we haven't given it enough time.
Yeah, somebody did. I remember people getting killed over DVD players and
TVs.
Oh man,
They were ripping them out of each other's hands.
that's crazy.
I don't think it was like that this year. Black Friday started back in September.
This was the first year that they actually had less sales than the previous year.
Right. And last year was COVID.
I'd say Cyber Monday's going to be bigger than Black Friday.
I think cyber's going to be real big.
Yeah.
So go online today. Tear up the computer.
Yeah. Go to StephenPhillips.com and order some
Buy all those
CDs.
CDs. He's got a lot
I
of
ordered like 10,000. I've still got like 999.1.
The other one we're using as a coaster here
They
at the
keep
radio.
sending them back.
And the other one they're still trying to return. Accidental
They
order.
send it back and say, something's wrong with this CD, and I play it, and it works fine. I say, look, I played it. It works fine. Yeah, but they're like, listen to it.
Can't you hear the problem?
Something's wrong. Well, turn it up.
Oh, me.
Anyway, let's jump to a break. He should be breaking in here pretty quick, hopefully. And we'll talk to John and see what all he's got. He's got a lot going on, man, no doubt about it.
He hadn't stopped.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. Don't forget you can watch this live on YouTube as we're interviewing this next good-looking feller that has been all over the TV this weekend. John Schneider, good morning. How are you, brother?
Hey, good morning. Good morning. I'm doing great. How about yourself?
Yeah, we're about to freeze to death up here in Hiawassee, Georgia. So how's the weather down there in Louisiana?
Well, we just got home last night from Tennessee, so I'm not, it's actually kind of nice, but I've only been outside for about 30 seconds.
Man, you have been all over the TV. We're sitting here. Candace Lee's with us this morning. She said she watched a Hallmark movie with you in it. Lifetime. My wife watched one last night. We actually watched the new movie you got out, Stand on It, and not to mention all the racing. Do you ever stop? I mean, is there a stop mode? Do you take time for sleep?
You know, like they say, I'll stop when I'm dead. Until then, I'm going to have a great time. And by the way, this movie here, Poker Run, just ran away with every record we ever had. I want to thank everybody who rented it from Cineflix. I want to thank, we had one family. Now get this, this is a 48-hour rental, and they saw this movie from Friday until Sunday 17 times.
Oh, wow.
Holy cow.
17 times, yeah. So it's exciting. We have a runaway hit on our hands, and I'm loving it. And we were at a dirt track. We were racing at the 411 dirt track in Seymour, Tennessee, Friday and Saturday night. My wife and I both raced dirt track.
Right.
There were people watching Poker Run on their phones before they went out on the track.
That's cool. I'm gonna tell you, man. I watched you do you actually sang the national anthem, and man, that was really cool the way you did that.
Well, a lot of people they take our national anthem for granted. They don't know what it is.
Right.
Right. And I've been thinking about it a lot actually since the last time I did it was Saturday. I think that our country's national anthem is the only national anthem in the world that is actually a question.
Right.
Every other anthem is a statement of power. Ours is a question. Oh, say, can you see, basically, is our flag still up? Does it still wave over the land of the free and the home of the brave? And I tell people that it's up to us each and every day, every man, woman, and child who calls themselves a citizen of the United States legally,
right,
to make sure that the answer to that question remains yes. And it's not something that is just, you don't get freedom and you don't get peace and then it just sits there like grandma's preserves on a shelf.
Right.
Freedom and peace are things that must be maintained, and here's a very important word, kept.
Yes.
You must keep it, or as we can see, people will take it away from you. And I'm not talking about enemies domestic. I'm sorry, for enemies foreign. I'm talking about enemies domestic.
And
we must not be complacent with our peace, with our freedoms, or they, and I think we know who they are.
Absolutely.
Will take it away.
And they're trying hard.
And, it serves us right. You can't blame the bad guy for stealing your stuff when you've left your door open and fallen asleep on the neighbor's couch.
Well, that's kind of, I do a lot of work with the veterans around this area over here, and I get to rub shoulders with them and hear about back in, when their service in the military and the stuff that they went through. And a lot of people, I don't think, realize I don't know how you'd say it, actually, the fear in somebody when they're out there fighting for our freedom that we just kind of give away, that they went through for our freedom. I don't think people realize what these guys went through. It just, and women.
Right. And I think that folks, this is a gross understatement, but it's like planning a surprise party or planning a gift for somebody, working your butt off to give something to somebody that you feel they will love.
Right.
And when you give it to them, they go, oh, these people have risked their lives. These people's friends have given their lives.
Yes.
These people have given their limbs.
Right.
And in many cases, they've given their sanity or any hope for having any sort of normalcy. And I'm not talking about the new normal and all that crap. I'm talking about being a human being.
Right.
They have given that up for you and for me. And for us to kind of poo-poo that is a tremendous disgrace.
Yes, it is.
So when I tell people, when any sport, when someone takes a knee, we take a walk.
Yeah.
We want nothing whatsoever to do with a sport or an organization or a concert promoter or an artist or an act who allows that sort of insubordination and, yes, treason to exist on their watch.
But now here's
we don't allow it.
Think about this.
They don't allow it at dirt tracks either.
I know.
They say, look, if you want to take a knee, take it to your truck and get out.
Yeah, if you don't take a knee at a dirt track race, it's a good place for somebody to take your take your head off.
And that's how it should be. That's how it should be. So, personally, I'm going to get in trouble for this one, but I don't mind. I've been in trouble most
Lay in
of my
there
life.
with it, man. We've been kicked out of some pretty nice places.
I don't know how NASCAR even exists anymore.
Right.
With the excitement of dirt track, with the patriotism of dirt track, with the sound and smells and dirt of dirt track, and with NASCAR backing any bit of this nonsense.
Mm-hmm.
I want folks to go back and look and see the history of what happened in the last year and a half with regard to NASCAR and Bubba Wallace and all this kind of stuff. Just look at it and then consider again the folks that you are supporting. Now, maybe they've seen the error of their ways. I don't know. I'm too busy running dirt track to know.
Well, now you can look at the stands at NASCAR and see they're about empty, so that ought to tell you something.
Well, it was America's sport, I do believe. I mean, Dukes of Hazzard, we were all about wanting to be championship NASCAR racers. That's what the General Lee was, a stock car, but
Right.
our aspirations were toward NASCAR. Now, dirt track. When we hit the dirt track on about 50 minutes into this movie, we come out full bore with a tractor, tractor trailer, the truck part,
Right.
and an 86 Fiero,
Mm-hmm.
a topless cop car, and you can't see my car, my Hellcat, T-top Hellcat Challenger. Right in the middle of an open wheel modified race, the people go crazy.
Right.
And it's terrific. There are more people. I'm going to be very, very broad here. There are more country people than city people.
Yeah.
Country people do not take a poo on our flag.
Mm-hmm.
They are patriots. They are members of a family and a community, and they appreciate it. They know that without them sticking together, this country will fall apart.
And they're not racist.
Absolutely not.
Mm-hmm.
They are not. And even in the most simplistic terms, they are not racist because they realize the importance of community and sticking together. They know everyone in that community is important. There's no racism at the farmer's market.
Nope.
There's no racism on a dirt road. It doesn't exist. This is a construct of the left city dwellers.
Right.
Okay. People who live on top of each other are aggravated at each other. And it's like, get out of my hallway. People who live next door to one another are like, hey, I'm out of milk. Can I borrow a cup of milk? Can I borrow some honey? We had a bad crop. Can we share yours? You know, it's all about community on in a rural area.
Right.
And that's very simplistic. But I'm a guy who is always, I've got more dirt in me than smog. And I always will.
Well, that's a good
So
thing.
I don't know how much time we have, but I do want to thank everybody. We have a company. We don't deal with Netflix. We don't deal with any of these people with whom we disagree. I don't believe in sleeping with the enemy. And what happened between Friday and today, we had a huge success last year with Stand On It, the year before with a movie called Christmas Cars. But this is head and shoulders as far as sales go and as far as comments on Facebook and all that. This has gone crazy. And I want to thank each and every person out there who's either rented it or purchased a DVD because this is a gift from God.
Well,
so
I'm gonna
thank
tell
you
you
for the success we've had this weekend. If you haven't gotten a hold of it yet, get a hold of it for Christmas. I promise you're going to be sorry if you don't, because everybody right now in just, 3 days, at least on the dirt and on gravel is talking not about something Amazon put out, not about Game of Thrones, not about any of this elitist nonsense. They're talking about this movie. Okay. So go see what they're talking about.
I watched it last night, man. I loved it. I guarantee it. I want the blue cop car that you've had in the last movie that went to this movie. I wished I had that car. That thing would have to last for 40 years. That's one tough rig, no doubt.
You know what? What's the amazing thing? That car is about 100 yards from me right now. I could go over there. I'd probably have to boost it with a battery booster.
Right.
But that thing will start up and run all day. There's something about a Crown Vic,
Yeah.
they are a tough as nails car.
Ain't no doubt.
Tell you what, you couldn't do that with a Tesla.
No, I'm with you. And I don't like the sound of a Tesla when they're sitting at a red light. They just ain't got that rumble. You know what I'm saying?
Right. Well, I think they've got some recording they can play to make it sound like it's got any sort of
engine.
I won't say it. It's all about. I'm going to do it with it. It's all about the.
Ah, now you go. Yeah, I drove up. Like I say, dirt's for racing, asphalt's for getting there. You know all that.
Oh yeah. And by the way, in the movie you saw in Poker Run, every single stunt, not in Stand On, but in Poker Run, every time I'm in that car, it's me.
Really?
Yep. So I jumped it over the lake. I took it on the dirt track. Many dirt tracks. We were on about 6 dirt tracks when we did that. So I'm in that car the whole time. Some friends of mine drove the stunt guys and a stunt gal. We actually double Dion a couple of times with a wonderful gal named Katie.
Right.
And then when the Fiero was going around, not just on the dirt track, but anywhere in the movie, because Mindy came in and she can only work for about a week, so she had to go away. So that's actually my wife. That's Alicia,
right,
who also races dirt track.
Mm-hmm.
So when the Fiero's coming in and sliding sideways, and we do this, and then it comes up and looks like it's going to run into me. That's all Alicia. Talk about the very definition of trust.
Yeah.
All right, baby, I want you to come at me about 40 miles an hour and then stop just before you run into the car. And by the way, before you hit the car, me.
Yeah, you're standing there in front of it. Yeah.
I'm sitting there blowing a bubble, right? That's part of a redneck hero.
Right.
I think a hillbilly hero is being so cool under pressure that you can still blow bubbles with your bubble gum.
Yeah.
And that's one of the things that Burt Reynolds certainly did better than anybody.
Oh yeah.
Which is why in this movie I have Dane. He plays Timmy Needham. At some point he says, "Listen here, Mr. Bubblegum." So I just think it's so great, and I'm so thankful and relieved.
Yeah.
Look, a sale just came in. Somebody just bought 4 items. They just bought 4 copies of Poker Run. And this is the cool thing about the time we live in. Somebody else just did. When someone purchases something from our store,
right,
it pops up on an app. we see it.
Mm-hmm.
You know, when you have a standard deal with some distributor out there, I did a movie. Actually, I did a movie 10 years ago called Smothered.
Right.
That's a horror comedy that I went the conventional way. I raised money for it. I found a distributor and had a big party the day that they took the movie over. It's been now 8 years since they put that movie out, and they swear they haven't made a dime.
Oh, yeah, I know how that works with
we put this movie out Friday, and we've made a dime.
Well, that's good.
And I know it.
Mm-hmm.
Now, we haven't paid for it yet, but I know exactly when we get to the point where we are dead even.
Right.
I will know, and then we will throw a party. And you know when I think that's going to be? I think it's going to be later today.
Oh, that'd be cool.
So in 4 days,
mm-hmm.
we will have paid for this movie.
So let me ask you.
And that's real accounting. And that again is the difference between someone who lives on a dirt road. In the Dukes of Hazzard, we called it country smarts or shuck and jive.
I'm with you on that. I know all about that. So
Yeah.
Let me ask you something. Can we go to a break and you hang around and we bring you back in after the break?
We can, absolutely.
Okay,
absolutely.
let's take
another thing in like 20 minutes.
Okay, good deal. Let's take a short break, about a 3-minute break, John, and all the folks out there listening. You can go to Stephen Phillips with the Morning Dish on YouTube and check out how pretty he is, and we'll be. All righty, folks, we're back with you. We have got John Schneider. Y'all know him as Bo Duke, but he's moved on up to got a new movie out, Poker Run. Go to johnsnyderstudios.com. It's got a link to everything there, no doubt about it. And what are you doing, Packy?
I don't know where he went. You still there, John?
I'm still here. Yeah, you got me?
Yeah,
There
we
he
got
is.
you now. There you go. There you go. Hey, I got to give a shout out here. I've got Gary Chapman all the way from Nashville, Tennessee. Just said, y'all.
Hey, Gary.
Said, tell you hello.
Hey, Gary, I love your new song.
Yeah, it's cool. Yeah, ain't no doubt about it.
I mean, what's his name's new song?
Yeah, that's it. Yeah. Yeah, take this
The
jab.
song is, your friend made.
Yeah. Take this jab and shove it. So anyway, but yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah.
That's a great, it's a great follow-up. We had a song came out just a couple days before. It's so funny. Great minds think alike. Right. We had a song come out called, I guess they're out of their minds because they're drinking the Kool-Aid. So, a friend of mine I did it. I put that song out.
Yeah, Johnny Bitcoin or Bitcoin. I can't remember what it is. But
Johnny Bitcoin,
yeah. There you go.
And, we,
I'm with you, man.
You've got to laugh. You've got to laugh or we're all going to cry, right? We've got to find some humor in this, but we must not be complacent. We must continue to meet. We must continue to think together. We must continue to join together, and we must eventually continue to act together so that we can get or take, if necessary, our country back.
Oh, yeah. We got to do it, man, because, we're at a point now, and there's still 30-something% of the people think that the country's going in a good direction. I'd like to know who these are.
It absolutely can't be. We travel a lot.
Right.
Okay.
Yeah.
And I hear that. I hear all that stuff. Don't believe that.
No, I don't.
That is absolutely leftist propaganda.
I believe
okay.
Mm-hmm.
I could put, we've traveled in the last 2 years. I bet I've met 500,000 people. Okay.
Right.
And I feel fine. Thank you, Dr. Fauci. I've had it with Dr. Fauci. I can't even reach low enough to touch the top of his miserable head.
Yeah.
But I could put all of the Biden-Harris signs I've seen in the last 2 years in the back of one small pickup truck.
Yes, you can.
Okay. So don't believe it, folks, because what they are trying to do, and they'll never tell you this, but they are taking the tactics of an amazing tactician, excuse me. There was a guy named Nathan Bedford Forrest,
Mm-hmm.
and what Nathan Bedford Forrest was better at than anyone was making the enemy think that he was coming at them with superior numbers and superior force, when in fact, he didn't have very many troops at all.
I remember that.
Okay?
Yep.
He was the guy that would have people out there lighting fires to make it look like there was 1,000 campfires and 10 people at each campfire. He was the guy that would have people ride by and then come back and circle around and ride by again. So do not be disheartened, America. There are not very many. I mean, they are so far inferior in numbers that you can't believe it. So please don't buy into any of this nonsense that there are more of them. The only thing that they have that we don't have is they do have control of the media.
The media.
Not this media, the big, big media that has somebody else's money to throw away in order to do all their advertising. Believe me when I tell you, you spend money differently when it is yours.
Yes, you do.
And you appreciate, I tell people that my wife and I are the farmer's market of independent filmmaking. We appreciate it when you buy a watermelon or a stalk of corn or a jar of honey from us, because we know the work we put in to putting that up there on the shelf. Okay? So when you support what we do, not only do we know it because the phone dings, but we appreciate the hell out of it.
Right.
Okay? And there are more of us. A quick story, if I may.
Yeah.
When Dukes of Hazzard was on the air, there were 3 networks. Every Monday morning, the overnights would come out on Saturday, and we'd find out, and they represented New York, Chicago, and LA. Dukes of Hazzard got killed. There were 65 shows, and Dukes of Hazzard was somewhere like number 60 in the overnights.
Right.
When the national ratings came out, and I don't believe they came out until Wednesday, so it was a long drag, not like today. So in 1979, when the national ratings came out, which comprised everyone, we were in the top 5 and many times number 1 or number 2.
Right.
It has not changed. Okay. There are far more people who walked to the end of a dirt or gravel road this morning to pick up their mail than there are those who believe that Biden won in November.
Right. I can believe that.
Okay.
Yep.
So don't let their, what did Rush Limbaugh call them? The not so silent minority. Don't let their control of this little thing we're all watching and all depending on right now, don't let their skill at manipulating that make you believe that there are more people that think that way, because it cannot be.
Well, I'm like you. I know a lot of people, and there ain't but 2 of them that I know right now that even thinks that Biden's even close, and you can't argue with them because you can't argue. You can't. I mean, don't confuse them with their facts because they got their mind made up. That's what my daddy says. Don't confuse them with the facts because they got their mind made up. And it's
I got people that we have a motorhome. We have a motorhome takes 150 gallons of diesel.
Right.
Right, and I tell you, it's twice as expensive now than it was a year ago.
Yep. And diesel's a byproduct.
I've got people, not very many, but I've got some people that say, "Oh, well, that's not Biden's fault." What? What? Explain that to me.
Yeah, they can't.
But they're convinced. But like you say, I've got one friend who feels that way, and it's a defensive posture.
Right.
Because when President Trump was president, what we could say was, look, I don't care if you like him or not. I don't care if you think he's mean or whatever you think. Look at the price of gas. Look at unemployment. Yeah. Look at employment. Look at our stature with regard to the world. Okay.
Right. We're laughing stock right now.
And they would have to go, well, but he's just he's mean. Well, give me mean any day. I'm from New York too. We're not mean. We are direct. Why? Because we've got things to do.
But I think
and
about
in his case, the things to do was run the country. As far as I'm concerned, me at 61 years old, he ran the country better than anyone ever did, and the proof was in the prosperity of the people who live in this country.
Do you think the average person could have went through what he went through if he didn't have the posture or honestly?
No, there's no way. And I knew him years and years ago, and his personality is, and I'm a bit like this too. The more opposition I face, it's kind of like racing.
Right.
It's kind of like anything. If people aren't opposing you in some way, then you're probably not very good at whatever it is you're trying to do.
Right.
Okay. And if people, and biblically speaking, if you don't meet tremendous opposition, then you are probably not on the right path. So there are those. There was a commercial years ago where Tiger Woods and somebody were playing golf before Tiger fell apart.
Right.
And they were about to take a chip shot they're about to hit a par 3, and an earthquake happened, and all the ground between the tee box and the hole disappeared. And the one guy went, "Oh no," and Tiger went, "Oh yeah." And that's the difference.
Right.
That's the difference. Mm-hmm. We don't look for things. Those who will power ahead,
right,
which is what our country is full of.
Right.
People who will power ahead in the face of opposition, who welcome opposition. Okay?
Right.
We will keep this country strong, and they don't realize that because they are people who appreciate a handout. Okay?
Oh, yeah.
We are people who appreciate a hand up or an opportunity to climb out of the hole ourselves.
Well, I'm with you.
Give me a blade of grass I can grab onto, and I will pull myself out of this hole and be better for having been in it.
Yeah. I don't need the government to help me. I need them to get out of my way. I mean, honestly. And I think if the good Lord just needs 10%, I think that's all the government needs, 10%. I mean, that's kind of where I'm at. I mean, golly, the government's totally out of control with spending.
Well, this government doesn't need anything. This government just prints whatever they want. Why do they need our tax money when they can just go print another $1 trillion?
There you go. I'm with you.
I mean, seriously, that's the message they're putting out.
And then when I try to print money, they get money to me.
One more time, I got to be self-serving. Folks, go to johnschneiderstudios.com. Get a hold of a DVD. You can get it plain or autographed and personalized. It does get a little bit more expensive as you go that way. Or go to cineflixdod.com. Get a hold of this movie that everybody who lives on a dirt road is talking about today. If you live in a high rise, you'll still like it, but you might have to kind of hide in the corner and watch it so that your liberal friends don't see that you like boom, boom. Okay?
I got mine on your app. You've got an app. The studio.
I do. I have an app. It makes it very easy.
It's
called
I use.
John Schneider.
Yeah, that's what.
Imagine that.
And then I can just take my iPad and just mirror it to my smart TV, and we're sitting there cooking, man. We're sitting there.
Now you're talking like a 12-year-old.
Yeah.
He always talks like a 12-year-old.
Yeah, I can't. John, man, I don't know. I appreciate you, and honestly, help you any way we can with this movie. And like I said, y'all need to go to johnschneiderstudios.com. It's got all the stuff you go, and you are all over TV this weekend, and probably will be from now on out here till Christmas.
It's been so great. And folks, if you go to stream the movie at Cineflix and it doesn't work the first time, go back, because what's happened is like with Stand On It, only worse, but for us better. We've had so many people going there to stream the movie that it kind of locks up the server or whatever. I got to ask a 12-year-old. Right. But it makes it hard. It's hard for 1,000 people to get the same movie at the same time.
Right.
So we're working on that. Please don't give up. Just go for it. We're going to make more movies like this. I promise you that we're going to stick to the back roads and the backwaters and the bayous. And we're going to continue to be an organization that waves the flag of all things rural, okay, and all things American.
I seen at the end of that movie, there's a telltale sign that there's another spinoff movie coming pretty quick. I can tell. I'm pretty smart like that. Anyway, if we can ever help you, man, just let us know. And thank you so much,
Thanks, John.
I sure will. I appreciate it. You all take care. I hope you had a wonderful Thanksgiving. Merry Christmas.
There you go.
Hang on to those you love. Don't be complacent. A change is not going to happen without you.
Right.
Okay? Because I heard this last week. The hero you are waiting for is you. So act like one.
All right, man. You take care. Thank you so much. Tell your lovely wife we said good acting and appreciate her too.
I certainly will. You take care.
Bye,
take everybody.
Care.
Pretty cool.
Oh, ain't no doubt, man. He's got a lot going on.
I'd say he needs to run for something.
I could do that. If I was good looking like him, I could do that. I could be an actor.
You'd be in office.
I could be an actor.
Oh, you'd be in an
office.
actor.
I don't be in government. I haven't tried that route.
I don't know if it had anything to do with your looks, Stephen.
Does for acting. You got to look. I mean, I got the Jack Nicholson look instead of the. Anyway.
Yeah.
Let's go to a break.
The Morning Dish.
Unlike the telephone company, you've got choices in the mountains for auto insurance. And when you deal with an independent agent, you've got even more. And choices mean savings. Speak with a local neighbor at More Insurance Services.
All righty, folks, we're back with you. We just got off the phone with John Schneider. Go to johnsnyderstudios.com. And I want to throw this out there, too. Gary Chapman, he's been toning in here this morning, and he has got this new song, Take This Jab and Shove It. We actually had him on a couple of weeks ago. And just go to takethisjab.com. Check it out. You're going to love the song. And but go check that out. I'm not kidding you. You're going to laugh. And Gary's got a lot of stuff going on, too. But just go to takethisjab.com, and you'll see what we were talking about when John was talking about the song he's got out. And I'm sure, knowing Gary, he's probably got another one he's fixing to release just any day. But anyway, who we got, Pac?
Hey, we got Kenny Shore. He's over there in Blairsville talking about his new store. You there, Kenny?
Yes, sir. How you guys doing?
So far, so good. What are you doing up so early?
Well, I'm opening up my stores, and figured we'd open up one in Blairsville. Try to bring this good service down there, just like we do here in Young Harris.
So, what kind of store is it you got over there?
Well, it's a pack and ship, similar to a UPS store. We do all the services: packing, shipping, scanning, faxing, all that kind of good stuff.
Does people still fax? The people fax still?
It's amazing how much faxing we actually do, because most people don't have a landline in their home anymore.
Right.
So yeah, it's a good service.
Well, I didn't even know that, because I remember when the fax come out the first time, I about never figured out how to use it. And about the time I got it figured out, then they all went to the wayside.
That's the biggest thing up here. People can't figure out how to set them up, so they come to me and they get it done.
Now, where are you located over there?
266 Shoe Factory Road, right near the schools, the high school and the middle school, up right before you get to 129 on the left-hand side.
Now, everybody knows where Shoe Factory Road's at. There used to be a shoe factory out there for all you folks that didn't know it, but there's not anymore. It's gone with the wayside. But now you've got another store here in Young Harris right beside the station. Yes, right next door. We've been here for 3 years now. Actually, December 3 years ago we opened, and I'll tell you, just it's been a blessing. God's blessed us with this store. It's doing really well. We're right in the middle of all the cities, so it's kind of like we're on the main highway, and people stop in and get their stuff done. So it's good. So you're next door phoning in? Yes, sir. Why did you just walk over here?
I thought you were in Blairsville, Kenny.
Doors down, man.
No, I'm actually right here.
There you go. We're waiting for that.
Well, I'm actually waiting for the hot secretary to come in so I can leave. But, until that happens, I got to stay here.
Yeah.
So
oh, well.
We just hired a new hot secretary down there in Blairsville. So all you folks that want to stop in and say hi, she's there.
There you go. That'll work. Kenny, we do appreciate you. So have you watched the movie Stand On It yet with John Schneider?
No, I did not. No, I have not.
Well, you got time. You still got time.
I know. Yeah, I'll get to it. My kids keep me busy with all the cartoon stuff. You know how that goes.
Yeah, golly. I remember, Saturday morning back when we were kids, that was a day when you got to sit and watch cartoons till 11 o'clock,
Yeah, man. It's not that way anymore. Kids have the iPads, and they're all over the place. So who knows?
Yeah, who knows? But anyway. Well, all right, man. Anything else we're leaving out? I don't leave anything out.
No, we are, just to let people know, we are open Saturday and Sunday in both locations. So if you need anything on the weekends, we're open.
So now if I got like a UPS shipment or something like that, I can bring it to you. You can handle all that?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, UPS, FedEx, DHL, International. We do post office. People don't realize we do a lot of post office because people don't want to really stand in the line or whatever. So they'll come to me and get in and out. They're out the door.
And you got the boxes too, right? You can have your own PO box right there.
The great thing about the boxes is it's an actual street address and not a P.O. box, which means that you can put my street address on there with the box number and receive all your packages. We hold them for you securely, and you get 24-hour access with a key to the front door. And pretty much it's an awesome service that we offer.
Well, Kenny, man, we appreciate you, brother. No doubt about it.
Yeah, well, thank you guys for having me on. I appreciate it. Next time, I'll just walk over.
Just walk over next time.
Thanks, guys.
There you go.
Have a good day.
I reckon Candace had to check out. She's got a big meeting this morning she's got going on. And then we've got Sherry Raines will be back tomorrow. And this is her.
It'll be her last day. And then we'll have Ed Abel. He's with Paws Working Dogs and stuff. He'll be our new co-host going forward. So.
Yeah.
So remember, you can check us out on YouTube, too. Go to youtube.com and type in The Morning Dish, and we'll come right up. Make sure to subscribe on there. You can watch The Morning Dish as well now. That's pretty cool.
Yeah, it's been really good. It's been really cool, and it's really neat. Like when we interviewed like John Schneider and you got Gary Chapman, all these people on, you get to actually see them instead of hear them. And you know, we've had some pretty cool interviews. But, you know, like I said, John, he is all over the place. I mean, like I said, he was all over TV this weekend, and he's a hard worker, and just like him and Gary both, they're very much about this country and doing what's right. And I love them guys, no doubt. And but anyway, tomorrow, I can't remember who I've got on tomorrow, to be honest with you. That's crazy. I need to do a little better on keeping up with who goes where.
Hey, and I think in about 2 weeks, about a week or so, we're going to start our toy drive.
Are we really?
We are. We're going to start. We usually go around. A lot of people, you know, we've seen a lot of people, and we appreciate it. Last year we did $10,000. Over $10,000. That's how much we had to brag about that a little bit. But we're going to start. We're going to go around to all the different restaurants. I think we're going to do like Sawmill. We do Mary's Southern Grill, going around to all the different restaurants. You bring us some toys, bring us some cash, and it goes towards the different police toy drives that they do. So we just donate all the stuff to them. So that's pretty cool. So, you know, keep an eye out for us when we do that.
About to sneeze. I hate that.
You excited?
I hate that when you get right ready to sneeze and then it quits on you.
Put the tongue to the roof of your mouth. You can't sneeze.
Really?
Mm-hmm.
How do you know that? Oh, your wife's she's a
nurse. Yeah, she taught me all that nurse medical stuff.
Folks, y'all go to johnsnyderstudio.com. Check that out. And then don't forget, take jab.com with Gary Chapman and check out that song he's got. And tomorrow we will be back and with another cool interview. Don't forget, we ask that you subscribe to our channel. We're trying to build it up all we can to try to get better interviews. And I don't know how you're going to get any better than what we've had so far, but we have people calling. And we do appreciate you, no doubt about it. And that being said, Packy, I guess that's it, ain't it, Bubba?
Yep, you got it.
All right, y'all take care.
WT490B and WJULAM, Hiawassee.
Well, look a here. Guess who's #1 in the Nielsen ratings again?
97.7.